Finish the season strongly, and his Adelaide teammates can do likewise. Shuey, the clearance to half forward. Yeah, right now it's okay. It did bucket down earlier if you weren't with us in the opening term. There's a mad scramble for this ball. Nat Nui almost. Oh, Nat Nui off the deck! They say he has lifted his level this year. He's lifted the level of our game this year. Back, Doughty, Riley. Again, they're forced to retreat all the way back to fullback and under siege. Thompson. Another possession coming up for him. Possession 24, but it's a turnover. Lacroix steals, goes, sidesteps. It's a procession. Nikoski, fist on the ball. Tippett. Dangerfield. Good tackle, Kennedy. Dangerfield got it on the boot to Doughty. Half forward and backing back Mackenzie. And we're underway again, even though he's still walking off. No stretcher. So it's 18 v 17. Shuey. Kennedy spills it. And drops it. Not ball. Lynch. Caught. Kennedy mops up his mess. Nikoski to the square. Nat Nui got a half a toe on it. Gaff runs onto it. Threads a handball out. Mackenzie hands it back. Pritis, stand start. It's working back and it's marked by Cox.
And plenty to celebrate. Just driving to the ground today, listening to Talkback Radio, so much expectation for the next month of football.
Cox. Well, as I said earlier, Gerard, they have won a flag from fourth before the West Coast. Cox pumps it back and Nat Nui go! Yes! Couldn't bring it down though, and that might be high. Free kick, West Coast. Selwood's ball. 25 out.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott Selwood to line up. Talked about how he's improved this season. Had some big scalps. Took Chris Judd down. But he's also pushing forward. Getting clearances as a tagger. And kicking goals. Next year or not. It depends on what the new coach thinks of him as a player. Cox to Nat Nui. Threads his way through again. Darling. Caught. No prior. Scott Selwood. Play on knock 15. Palm down. Shuey has the shot. Smell the roses. Thompson. Walker looks up. Wants to get back into the corridor. Dangerous kick. Lynch. He spotted that early. Keep the confidence up, get through this last term and head into the finals chock full of confidence. Nat Nui down to Marston. Trademark again. Doughty can't mark. Lacroix, he picks it, he kicks it, he goals it. Let the party begin.
Well, I don't think he's the best tackman around the ground, particularly at centre clearance, at boundary throw-ins at the moment, but there's no one in his league in the centre bounce. I mean, he's got more delivery than Shane Warne.
Here he goes again. Passes in, so got his own clearance. It's that down to Van Berlo. Cullinan dumped away from him. Sloan takes off with a bounce. Run down. Good chase, Embley. Forces Sloan's kick out of play. Ball tossed in the air. Nat Nui down to Pritis. There it is again. On cue. We were waiting for it. Cox tries the flick himself. Jacobs wrapped up. Pritis hard in the tackle, and Wright is gone. He jumped on it. They jumped on him. The highest score against Adelaide was a 29-goal performance. Right now they've got 16. And a little toe poke from Nikoski, and then Embley tried likewise. Tambling threw it out. Walker got a handball up into Glass. And here they go again. Gaff heads wide. Darling's on the move. Good pluck that. Solid hands. Glass runs. Hasn't had a shot at goal for 3 years. Heads wide to even instead.
No clear-cut winner. Glass has had a fantastic year. Cox and Shuey could finish in the top 3 or 4.
Holding free. West Coast ball. Some good young players coming through, as we've talked about earlier as well. Jacko, get your texter out. Put Dean Cox in that All-Australian team.
it's not entirely just whether the fist is on it. It's what propels the ball, and that's got to be the fist, not the support hand.
Oh, Kennedy, splendid smother. You can't keep it in. They continue to enjoy every second of this. Marston, Scott Selwood again.
Better from the set shot, Scott. That's out of the full.
That is out of the full. It just keeps getting better for West Coast fans. They're on their feet at the moment. Mexican wave in full voice. And now they've got their man, the Q, within range with the glove off.
Doesn't take it off anymore, Dwayne.
From outside the boundary.
Yes.
It does not get any better than this. And as much as we're enjoying soaking up the West Coast fans' celebration, this must be punishing people in Adelaide right now to see this.
There he goes again.
The destruction of the Adelaide Crows. I think you would know that. They haven't really improved under him from what they were under Neil Craig, have they?
How much does it hurt his chances with other clubs as well now?
Yeah, well, it's going to stay as Cox has a shot at goal and rolls it home. And the party continues. 36,062 here tonight to enjoy this. Well, I won't call it a contest. Shuey out of the middle. Nat Nui dominating again. Nikoski heads wide. Lynch. Good, strong hands.
They're overplaying it. Nat Nui's dominance in the centre bounce in this last quarter, Jono. Well, you just don't see it. It's been so clean and so clinical and so pure from one man to 3 or 4 of his support acts that they have just got the ball out of the centre almost at will.
So I don't think the ball's at the deck.
So what do you put a second All-Australian ruckman in the All-Australian team as? Around the ground or a tap ruckman? Lynch spears it home. The party atmosphere continues here at Patterson Stadium. 91 points as it stands right now. Nat Nui, he's palmed the last 3 straight down teammates' throats. Cox does it this time to Ebert, to Marston, to Scott Selwood. 21 minutes gone, final term.
And Dwayne, to add to that, you just mentioned the West Coast has got a rich future. This time last year, people have grave concerns for him.
Scott Selwood bends it around the body. They just keep improving on perfection.
It's going to be an amazing game next week. I mean, you couldn't have had 2 sides with 2 different preparations. Collingwood got absolutely flogged because their mind state was poor. Take nothing away from Geelong. They were brilliant, but Collingwood didn't go to play. And the Eagles, well, they have just produced the most fascinating, scintillating football, which has been a rout.
Got it at half forward. Hacked away, though, by Doughty. Good attack, Embley. Given the circumstances, Nat Nui. Ebert. Hands it up to Nikoski. Centering kick. Marston.
Great effort.
104 points with 6.5 minutes left. He now is in their best 22. Nat Nui to Pritis. He did it again. He keeps it low, makes it somebody else's problem on the outer side. Douglas's problem. With him, Butler. It's past Waters. Walker looks up. He wanted Douglas. Kind of missed him. Knocked out the glass. Straight through. Turnover. Right. He could have the shot. It's a roller. It tumbles. It trickles. It's towed through by Waters. And the enjoyable part is to come. Gaff has it. The siren sounds. And the West Coast Eagles are finals bound in 2011. 17 wins for the home and away season. And after 3 seasons out of the 8, 3 seasons in the wilderness, the West Coast Eagles are back and a threat in September. Let's head downstairs. Glen Jakovich has Andrew Embley.
Thanks very much, Dwayne. Andrew, 33 possessions, 11 contested. Fantastic game for you, but leading into this game, people would have thought you secured top 4 last week, foot off the pedal, but there certainly wasn't that tonight.
No, definitely not. We've been very good all year with our defensive pressure. Thought our tackling again tonight was really good. So, great effort by the boys, and we look forward to next week.
Well, talk us through next week. I mean, great balance in your side, a lot of youth, good experience, and your second-tier players have been standing up. How do you approach Collingwood next week?
Just a wonderful opportunity for us, Jacko. We've been doing some really good team things all year. Nothing changes next week. We go out there, we enjoy ourselves, we have fun.
Thanks, mate. Well done. Enjoy it.
And as good as it was to watch tonight for the West Coast Eagles fans, the best for 2011 maybe yet to come. Head into the finals off the back of 7 wins in a row. A dominant performance, a 95-point victory to finish the year. We'll be back to wrap up at Patterson Stadium.